Hello, everyone. I'm Trevor from Sunset Synths, and welcome to the joy of patching. Today, I want to take a shot at recreating the famous Krell patch. The Krell patch is Todd Barton's modular interpretation of the ancient music of Krell, song from the 1956 Forbidden Planet film soundtrack. So in order to create this Krell patch today, I actually want to use two of the After Later Audio Bleep Bloop 2000s, or the BB2Ks. I'm going to use one, the one here on the left, as our audio oscillator, and then the one on the right is our CV, one of our CV sources to control our Krell patch. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get patched in here. All right, let's start by getting the audio out of the first Bleep Bloop 2000. Cool. All right, so one of the big parts of the Krell patch is actually going to be our function generator. We're going to use maths. We're going to use the two outer channels. We're going to cycle both of them. I'm going to use channel 4 as my control for the VCA. So you can already hear that starting to pump, give it a little bit of life. Alright, now we're going to use the first channel to start to offset what's happening here. So we're going to use this first function channel 1 output, and we're going to run that into the full. So you can already hear that starting to change this up. Now we're going to incorporate the second BB2K. So we're going to take the output and run it into the rise, channel 4. And then we're going to use one of the kind of middle channels on our drifting LFO, the oct, to offset the first channel. So we'll grab one of these middle ones here, and we're going to take this into the rise. All right. So it's really starting to change it up. But one of the big parts are now we need to start getting some pitch information. This is why I immediately thought of the BB2K as a fun audio source for this, because the CV inputs for each individual oscillator here, they're not 1 volt per octave tracking inputs. So it's really kind of experimental, and you know, it's perfect for this Krell patch. So let's go ahead and get that going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of rise, and I'm going to trigger the first channel of the quantum main. And the other big part of what I need here is a noise source. So I've got the Mother 32 here set, noise VCA on. So every time the into rise triggers here, you can see it grabbing a new pitch. And we're going to take that pitch or run it through the CV bus here, just because we may use it elsewhere later. It's sounding a little too pretty. That's because the quantum main was set to quantize to pentatonic major. So we're going to change that to the semitone here. That makes a little more sense. So now let's start to manipulate this audio path here. So we're going to take this output and we're going to run it through filter so we can start adjusting the timbre. So I'm going to run out of the low pass. Now let's add a second channel in here to the quantum main. So let's run the end of fall to trigger channel 2. And you know what, we should have multiplied this noise, but we didn't. So we're going to do it now. Oh yeah, okay. So we've created a new stepped random voltage, but instead of using it for pitch, we can use it to adjust the timbre. So let's run it in and see what it sounds like changing the frequency of the filter cutoff. switch it and see what it sounds like moving the resonance around. Alright, so let's keep manipulating this audio path. Let's run it through the Lo-Fi Junkie now. I really love how a filter changes the characteristic of this Lo-Fi Junkie. Let's get a little bit of this like distortion. Oh, that's great. Nice. All right, and now let's add some reverb in here. So run out and go into the herb verb. All right. So back to the BB2Ks here and kind of what led to this patch in the first place. This has 4 different oscillators in here. So let's start getting some of those into play. So that second step random voltage sequence, we're just going to snag that. Having it tuned lower. Let's see if we can grab that first one and bring it into channel, or bring it into the third oscillator. Okay, so now let's add a little bit more modulation in here with the BB2Ks. So they also have these crossfader CV inputs here for the Olbs, and it changes the waveform. So let's add one of these a little quicker. Awesome. We also have the ability to, we haven't even started changing the frequency around here for our modulation. Oh, so that's going to add some more moments of kind of pause and hold there. Is it Krell? I don't know. Had fun putting it together. But I do think we could totally flip this patch on its head as a little treat for those of you that have stuck around. Yeah, let's just see here. So we're going to change our audio source. So we're going to keep this second BB2K here to still do its modulation stuff. But we're going to use rings as our audio source. Knocked over our gain again. Is the case for a pentatonic major scale. from a experimental pseudo Krell to a generative ambient piece. So I'll let this play out. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment or reach out directly. Be sure to check out our website, sunsetsense.com, and all of our other social media pages. Like and subscribe for more. Again, my name's Trevor from Sunset Sense. Come on in, the waves are fine.